If you're running a web agency, building landing pages, or trying to sell high-ticket real estate, flat photos aren't cutting it anymore. High-converting sites use dynamic video hero sections, but hiring a drone crew or renting out a location for a video shoots costs thousands of dollars. And today I'm showing you how to build a complete real estate video pipeline on Higgsfield. We're going to make luxury property render in 4 seconds, then we're gonna generate the start frame, the end frame, and we're gonna make a very nice video with it that later on we can put on the listing or maybe even on the website. So let's just hop on the Higgsfield and let's do this. Now we are inside the Higgsfield and let me just go straight to the images as you can see in here. And for this example, we need to generate the starting frame and also the end frame first before creating the video. So to do that, I'm gonna go with Nano Banana 2. You can always use Nano Banana 2 Lite. And let's insert a prompt. So for the first image, I want a cinematic ultra-wide architecture photograph of a modern luxury villa in the Hollywood Hills. So for example, it's a high-ticket real estate. We can either generate the image ourselves, we can also give it an example from our own computer, and then it will create the first starting frame photo. As you can see, the model is Nano Banana 2. Now, we need to choose the aspect ratio. Because we're later on gonna create the video, we have to choose the 16:9. And also we can choose a quality here. So for example, you can choose 1K, 2K, or even 4K. So let's just go with 2K and let's select batch size 2 so we can see 2 different examples. And let's just click on generate. And in a couple of seconds, we should be able to see our first starting frame photos for the website. So we just got our first 2 images, and as you can see, this one looks nice and this one is almost similar, but I just like this one a little bit more. So let me just download this one real quick. Then we can also create another image which is gonna be the ending frame of the video. So let me just give it a prompt. So now we're gonna tell it to edit the scene, transition the time of the day to deep moodly midnight. So as you can see, it's now the daytime. I mean, it's close to the night, but we're gonna choose to the moody midnight, remove the sunset and replace it with dark sky. So we're actually explaining that we want a major changes inside our photo, but we also have to insert it in here as the reference photo. So you just click on this button. As we downloaded this image, we should be able to easily find it inside there. And I just found it. Let's just open this up. And that's it. As you can see, I'm telling first to edit the scene. So this is the scene we are editing. And we're also gonna do 2 different variants. And let's just click on generate. So now we will have 2 different photos. First one is going to be the starting frame and the next one will be the end frame. And we got 2 different photos. As you can see, it's the same image, but now it's midnight. And as you can see, this pool has these LED lights, but we don't have the moon. And on the other one, it does look a little bit better, a little bit more realistic. So that's why I'm always generating different batches, because if you generate just one example, it's kind of hard to tell if it's good. But when you see 2 different ones, so you can always clearly see the winner. So I got the winner. I do like this photo a lot. We can even use the real property listing. We can extract the image from the listing. Then we can put it in here, tell it to edit it, then create an end frame, and then we're gonna loop it into the video. So now I didn't pull out any images from the internet, I just wanted to show you the generating capabilities of this model, but you can also pull images from the internet and edit them in here. So once we have 2 images downloaded, then we're gonna move on to creating the video. So to create the video, we have to go here, and for this example, we're gonna choose the Gemini Omni Flash model. When you choose this, as you can see, we can select either elements, or we can do the frames. So we're gonna do the frames for this example. So the starting frame is going to be the first image we just downloaded, and then it's going to be the second one where it's midnight. So this is the daytime. Now the end frame is going to be the midnight. Now, when all of these 2 are uploaded, we're going to insert a video prompt in here. So let me just insert it real quick. What I'm actually telling here, so to animate this reference images, a smooth cinematic drone style camera glide moving slowly forward to the infinity pool toward the modern villa. So we actually just want the zoom in effect on these ones. So it will also look cool on the website, it will also look cool on the listing, and it just creates more value for the seller. Let me just click on generate, but before that, always make sure it's the right size. you can always choose the duration. And we got our first video, so let's just play it. As you can see, we got the same villa and now it's changing the time. So now we can see how it looks in daytime and we can also see how it looks at nighttime. But what if a client wants a winter? Because for example, they are selling this on Christmas and they also want to show off how the property looks inside on the winter. So let's insert different prompts. So edit the scene, change the warm golden hour setting to a heavy winter snowstorm. And let's just push it in. So now it's gonna be snowy and it's also gonna be icy. So that's just one of the examples how you can switch things up. You can make different variants. You can make it sunny, you can make it rainy, you can make it like winter. So you can just actually create amazing effects. And once we generate that, we can also ask AI to generate a scene like the person is walking inside the house, and then we can even generate the room object. So for example, I'm just going to show you that in a second. So just take a look at this. As you can see, it's completely wintertime. We can see the fireplace, we can see the ice everywhere, and it does look super cool. But now let's try other variant. So let's go back to the images. We're gonna choose Nano Banana 2, and we're gonna swap this prompt with the inside view. So I'm gonna delete all the references. I'm just gonna paste that in. A cinematic white interior shot of an empty, completely unfurnished modern luxury villa in the Hollywood Hills. And let me just generate that. So this is going to be our starting point, and I want to show you the capabilities, how you can create things inside the house. We just showed the house from the outside, but what if you want to see the inside too? And we want to create an animation, for example, for the furniture. So we got two images and I would choose this example. I do like it a lot, so let's just download it. And now let's go to the video again and let's use the Gemini Omni Flash. Let's delete the alt prompt. And now we're not gonna give two frames. We're gonna give just elements. So I just generated that image in here. I can just put it in here and I'm gonna give it another prompt. I want to animate this reference image, a smooth slow camera pan moving left to right. Okay, so I'm just telling you to move across the living room. It's not where the magic happens. Let's just generate the first video and then I'm gonna show you how you can actually edit and animate those videos inside here too. So we go to edit video, then we have to upload our media. So I can just click on video generations and I have this own example. So this is the same video. Then I'm gonna describe it in here. So what I'm gonna say, edit the scene, and I want to virtually add and furnish this empty room. Because it is empty, we wanna show how it will look like with the furniture inside. So the viewers can actually understand it more, and it also makes it a lot better for the buyers to see the real estate. And let's just click on generate. We're using the Gemini Omni Flash model right here. So let's just wait a couple of seconds and I'm going to show you the results. So this is the video. Let's just play it. We got the painting. We got a sofa spawning in here. We got the table spawning in here. We can move the sofa here. Like, this is super insane. If we actually made it a little bit longer, we can even see it in more detail, but it does look stunning. And if you put it on the property listing, for example, this will make it 10 times better for the buyer because they can actually see and imagine what they can build inside this house. Also, you can put it inside the website. And let me just show you a couple of examples of how you can actually insert it in the website. So all of your customers will be also stunned when they open up the website. So this is the first example. As you can see, it's a video of a skincare product and it's rotating 360 degrees. And you can place it on the website and it's also looking amazing. Now, the next example is for example, coffee brand. They got this coffee. You can just put this video in here, the splashing animations that you can create inside Higgsfield with Nano Banana 2 and also Gemini Omni Flash. And it does look super cool and it makes the website 10 times better than before. And you can run this entire workflow on Higgsfield with just one single subscription. You can have access to all of these models with just using one single tool. So if you want to try it out, the link is in this video description. Please also leave a comment and tell me if it actually made your workflow better and faster. So see you in the next one.